Part 2 of the good, bad, ugly, met, and weird video that I'm making on YouTube. We're going to continue with Brooklyn. Brooklyn. Still have Ben Simmons. You have D'Angelo Russell. You have Cam Johnson still. I understand that you made, like, key trades. But it's not that I don't understand the direction. Clearly you're tanking. But for some of these guys, I feel like they could do better on better teams, especially a Cam Johnson. But Dorian Finney-Smith and Dennis Schroeder off the team. Outside of that, it's, what are you doing with Cam Johnson? What are you doing with Cam Thomas? Like, what are you doing with Nick Claxton? Like, what is this? Like, I just don't get it, you know? And maybe they'll wait until the summer, but I feel like players are going to walk away in free agency instead of you being able to trade them. I don't understand the move. They didn't make any moves this trade deadline, or they did, but it was second rounders. It was second round picks for Dorian Finney-Smith and Dennis Schroeder. Outside of that, nothing. So it is what it is. Yeah. I just don't get it. Actually switch Atlanta to meh. Let me write that out. I know. I'm making some notes. We'll put that to meh, because we got to talk about Atlanta. But yeah. To the ugly. The first team up, Washington Wizards. I don't care what moves they made, and they've made a lot of moves, but I don't know. They have one of the worst records in the league, and yeah, let's just talk about incoming and outgoing. Incoming, Chris Middleton, Marcus Smart, AJ Johnson, Sidi Sissoko, Kobe Jones, Alex Len, Reggie Jackson, who just got waived. 2025 first-round pick from Memphis, 2026 first-round pick, least favorable of Oklahoma City. Houston, the Clippers via Philadelphia. A 2028 first-round pick swap from Milwaukee. A 2028 second-round pick, Denver via Sacramento, protected 31 through 33. A 2029 second-round pick via Sacramento, and a 2030 second-round pick. Outgoing Kyle Kuzma, Jonas Valanciunas, Patrick Baldwin, Jared Butler, Johnny Davis, Marvin Bagley III. A 2025 second-round pick, least favorable by Milwaukee. A 2027 second-round pick, least most favorable of Golden State and Phoenix. A 2028 second-round pick via Golden State. A 2028 second-round pick via Sacramento, and a 2030 second-round pick, most favorable of Phoenix and Portland, and a 2030 second-round pick. Whew, that's a lot. Man, is that a lot. The reason why I put Washington in ugly is because, what? Jordan Poole, and then Marcus Smart and Chris Middleton with Bilal Coulibaly, with Malcolm Brogdon, who I didn't know he was on your team, and Alex Sarr. You also have Sadiq Bey, you have Justin Champagny, you have Rashawn Holmes, you have Corey Kispert, I've already talked about Alex Len. You got a lot of talent. What are you trying to achieve? I don't know your direction at all. I have no clue what direction you're going in. And to top that off, it's weird for you to sit there and you're adding veterans. You're getting rid of veterans for veterans. I thought you'd get rid of veterans for youth. Younger legs. Jordan Poole's still young. You got a couple of rookies on the team. and you're really trying to figure it out in the near future, it's a mix of veterans, a mix of veterans and youth, which you need for every basketball team. But I just, with the record being as bad as it is, I don't even know your coach. It's just, what is the future with this basketball team? People really thought Alex Sarr would be something. He's 7 foot. He supposedly can shoot, I guess, but there are games where it's just the plus minus is in the super negative. I don't know, but yeah, this just, I don't feel like you kind of leave, even though there are players, that needed to leave and needed to be off the team. There's very much more to be desired. Next on the ugly is Toronto. Incoming, Brandon Ingram, PJ Tucker, James Wiseman, and a second-round pick from Miami. Outgoing is Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynyk, Davion Mitchell, a 2026 first-round pick via Indiana, top 4 protected, and a 2025 second-round pick. Why did I put Toronto in the ugly? Like, you actually have to go through a rebuild. You can't just, hey, we're going through a rebuild and then decide in mid-season we're going to take all of these players. Like, you can't, with RJ Barrett and Scotty Barnes still there, why are you adding Brandon Ingram? That's a ball-dominant wing. I don't understand. I don't understand the outcome of that situation. So with this, Chris Boucher is still there. Grady Dick is still there. Jakob Poeltl is still there. Emmanuel Quickly is still there. And now you're adding a couple of vets and an injured James Wiseman. So it's a lot of confusion. It's a lot of, why didn't we just wait it out and try to... I think that Toronto's in the Cooper Flag sweepstakes a little bit. Maybe not all. I don't think that they're bottoming out, but I guess you wanted to do something along the lines of having, teams and having teams with depth. So I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know what the idea is, but I guess I don't know. I don't see the vision, but we'll see how it works out in the near future. Certainly not least in the ugly, the Dallas Mavericks. And I think Bleacher Report agrees with me because they gave him an F-. It's Anthony Davis, Max Christie, Caleb Martin, a 2029 first-round pick via the Los Angeles Lakers. Outgoing is Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris, Quentin Grimes, a 2025 second-round pick, Dallas, and a 2025 second-round pick, Philly. It's ugly because of the optics. How it looks is terrible. It's one of, if not the absolute, possible worst trades on one. It's like completely one-sided. You gave up a young talent in Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis, and in that three-team deal. You didn't get a lot of first-round picks. You didn't get a lot of second-round picks. You didn't even get a lot of players for, hey, we could win a title probably this season, if not next season. The reason why I say that is because of the simple fact that you don't know how much time you have with this team, especially because Kyrie could leave, or any one of them could get injured because it's a much older team. It's not Luka and friends, and Luka's a 25-year-old kid coming off injury. He's going to bounce back from his injury and just start hooping again. Now it's Kyrie Irving, and we don't know if he stays healthy. It's Klay Thompson, And we already know his injury history. It's Anthony Davis and his injury history. Why? Like, and then on top of that, you gave up Quentin Grimes for nothing. Like, why did you do that? And it's not, Caleb Martin, we don't know how good or bad Caleb Martin is. Some of y'all do. But Quentin Grimes is a young kid, plays hard-nosed defense. Why are you giving him up? I don't understand that. Just a few puzzling moves and a bunch of just chaos behind the scenes between Nico Harrison beefing with Luka Doncic being upset that he was being traded. You hearing from the ownership or rumors from the ownership that they're trying to move this Dallas team out of Dallas and into Las Vegas to create a basketball stadium with a casino attached. The fan base is completely distraught. They feel betrayed. There's fans out there right now that, the GM said the defense wins championships, and what if this works out for us? And even they feel as if it feels like a hollow championship if Luka isn't there playing. And I don't think they have the advantage of time on their side either, especially if players start to leave because there's dysfunction in the locker room. I feel as if this team was built for Luka Doncic, and now without Luka, it's like a big gap in the middle of the locker room. So we don't know how far they'll go without Luka. They just came off a finals appearance. That's the crazier thing. Luka's only 25. You just came off a finals appearance, and you felt the best move was to give him up? I'm still so confused on why you did this. I don't understand how you think that this was the best move. You can miss me with all the championship and the defense wins titles. You just gave up your future. You gave up the future of your franchise for Anthony Davis. And that, it rubs fans the wrong way. It was shocking to a degree. There are people calling for Nico Harrison to be fired already. I think he just signed an extension within the last year or two. And people are questioning now the ownership. Do you even like basketball? Do you want to be in Dallas, Texas? Like, it's just a bad look all around. Man, very ugly situation there. We get to the meh, and meh is just, okay, you made this trade, so what happens now? Incoming, I didn't name the first team. Golden State. Incoming, Jimmy Butler. Outgoing, Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, Lindy Waters III, and a 2025 first-round pick. Top 10 protected. You took a swing on Jimmy Butler. Okay. Jimmy Butler's a little older. I hope that you're not turning him into another, hey, this guy came in, just passed the ball to Steph Curry type player. Don't do that with him. He's a playoff riser. He knows how to rise to the occasion, especially in playoffs and especially when the lights are brightest. That's when he shows up. But he's not young. This team still isn't young. I don't know the future of this team past. If Steph retires or anything of that nature, you run the risk with Jimmy Butler being such a big personality and Draymond Green being such a big personality of putting them both in the same locker room and something crazy going down. But they handed him a $2 million, a 2-year, $112 million extension. But the Warriors did something, but it's more left to be desired. I don't know if they make the playoffs. I don't know. we'll have to see. This is another just wait and see situation. Maybe they make the playoffs, maybe they don't. I don't know. We gotta see. Speaking of the Miami Heat, they are also in my meh category. Incoming is Andrew Wiggins, Davion Mitchell, a 2025 first-round pick via Golden State, top 10 protected. Outgoing is Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson, and a second-round pick. Why I said this is meh is because Kevin Love, Bam Adebayo, Andrew Wiggins, Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez. You have Alec Burks on the team. You got rid of Josh Richardson. You have Hayward Highsmith. You got Nikola Jovic. You have Duncan Robinson. You have Terry Rozier. You have Khalil Ware, who's a really good rookie. He's a good rookie. It's like now you have to start planning beyond Jimmy Butler. This is the plan beyond Jimmy Butler, just to start. But who stays? Who goes in the near future? Is this a championship level team? Are you a play-in team? Are you a playoff team? We just don't know. There's a lot of talent here, but I wonder how Jimmy leaving affects Bam Adebayo, how it affects Tyler Hero. Like, how does that work in the near future? So, again, it's meh. I don't know in the long term if guys are staying, but I just don't know. We'll have to wait and see in the near future. Again. Last from the meh, the Atlanta Hawks. Let's see what they got incoming and outgoing. Incoming is Karis LeVert, Georges Niang, Terrence Mann, Bones Highland, a 2026 first-round swap, second favorable of Utah, Cleveland, and Atlanta. A 2028 first-round swap, second least favorable of Utah, Cleveland, and Atlanta. The outgoing players are DeAndre Hunter, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Cody Zeller, a 2025 second-round pick via Minnesota, a 2026 second-round pick via Memphis, protected 43 through 60, a 2027 second-round pick via the Los Angeles Clippers, and a 2028 second-round pick via Houston. Okay, why is this mad at me? What is the future with Trae Young? What is the future with Clint Capella? Because what is their future? You already have Zachary Ricochet. You even got Dyson Daniels still on the team. There's a lot of young talent that's here already. I don't think that they're going to fully rebuild. They could if they wanted to, because they were the first round pick last season. They had the first round pick last season, but now you're trading off players that Trae Young was really accumulated with. What are we doing? Like, what is the future? What is the idea? What is it? What are we doing? I don't think that Trae Young stays. I think that the summer hits and he either tests free agency or forces a trade out. So yeah, I don't know what team he matches up with outside of the Clippers, maybe. I don't know. I know he's not going to take a bench spot, but yeah, the Atlanta Hawks, they have a lot of talent, but I don't see why you Karis LeVert, Georges Niang, Terrence Mann, Bones Highland. I don't get it. Like, I don't see it. There's a lot of guys that didn't get minutes. There's a lot of guys that did get minutes, but didn't really produce that much. I felt like DeAndre Hunter and Bogdan Bogdanovic were really producing with Trae Young, and now they've gone to separate teams, and we'll just see what this is. The first weird team, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's see who they got. Incoming is Kyle Kuzma, Jericho Sims, Kevin Porter Jr., Patrick Baldwin Jr. He was rerouted to San Antonio with cash. This 2025 second-round pick, most favorable with Washington. The outgoing is Chris Middleton, A.J. Johnson, DeLon Wright, Marjon Beauchamp, and a 2028 second-round pick swap to Washington. I thought that it was weird because immediately thought that it was weird because you traded for Kyle Kuzma. You traded for Jericho Sims. I think he was good with New York. Not 100% sure on that. And Kevin Porter Jr. While getting rid of Chris Middleton and AJ Johnson. The Bucks got younger and cheaper. That's what Bleacher Report is saying. But they don't have, like, they're not that. They got younger and they got cheaper, but Kyle Kuzma, I don't think was the right answer in this situation. I think that you really would have flourished if you take former Portland and add them with Giannis Antetokounmpo. So here's a 1 guard and 2 guard in Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, who did very well together. And then at the 3 or the 4 is Giannis. So I know it's a little older, but it thrust you into like maybe a better playoff position in the near future. With Kyle Kuzma, I don't know how good or bad he is. He has his moments where he's like showing out and he's going crazy and this, that, and the third. And he has won a championship. So I'm not going to hold that against you. But dog, there are times where he was on Washington and Washington was bad because of Kyle Kuzma. Getting rid of Chris Middleton, you know, I know it's an old team, so they wanted to get younger just to be able to have players that can run with Giannis. I think they did this to make Giannis happy, and we'll see. I don't know. I can't see it right now. Maybe we'll see in the playoffs. I don't know. I think this made them a little bit worse, but they could be good. It could be bad. We'll have to see in the near future. The Sacramento Kings are the last weird team. Sorry to go straight into it. It coming. Zach LaVine, Jonas Valanciunas, Jake LaRavia. Excuse me. A 2025 first-round pick, top 14 protected out of Charlotte. 2027 first-round pick from San Antonio. A 2031 first-round pick, Minnesota. A 2025 second-round pick, Chicago. And a 2028 second-round pick, via Denver. And a 2028 second-round pick from Sacramento. There you go. The outgoing is De'Aaron Fox, Kevin Huerter, Jordan McLaughlin, Alex Len, Kobe Jones, a 2028 second-round pick via Denver, protected 31 through 33, and a 2028 second-round pick of their own, and a 2029 second-round pick. The reason why I said this was weird, and it was teetering on bad, but the reason why I say this was weird is because for some odd and very strange reason, for the last several years, you've had De'Aaron Fox on this basketball team. And outside of Sabonis, it's been very hit or miss. Giving up Tyrese Halliburton, I think, was still like, why did you do that? Tyrese Halliburton at the 2 with De'Aaron Fox at the 1 is a and I think it would have worked in the near future where guards really lead, guards really do lead the NBA. If you have 2 good guards, I think you can win anywhere if you have 2 good guards. But no, they gave him up for Sabonis. And then years later, now it's De'Aaron Fox and he's in San Antonio. And you bring in Zach LaVine and Jonas Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas helps with Sabonis being a 4 and Jonas being a 5. That will help in the near future. I don't think there'll be any more crazy triple doubles from Jonas Valanciunas. It could be. I could be wrong. I just don't like what they did with De'Aaron Fox over the years. And I don't like that you brought in Zach LaVine. Like, what are you trying to achieve here? Zach LaVine with, I don't know, I don't see the vision. Malik Monk was working best with De'Aaron Fox. You don't have him anymore. You got DeMar DeRozan still, you know, a little bit older, doesn't play any defense. Keon Ellis is very good. Trey Lyles. You got Doug McDermott. You still got Keegan Murray. You fired your coach earlier this season because of a loss to the Pistons. And it's just a bad look everywhere. I don't know if there's a future for this basketball team. You gave up one of your top players. You didn't really surround them with the best talent. But then outside of that, you know, you're getting, you know, what you're getting back is just delaying the inevitable, of which I think your team's going to be very bad in the future. And I could be wrong on that. I could be, you know, it could be, I don't know, just something to, you know, look forward to. You still have Keegan Murray and you still have Malik Monk, but I don't know if these guys are the guys that are going to stay on the team. You also have Jay Crowder. I didn't even know you had Jay Crowder. What? Yeah, I don't get this move. I don't get what the building is towards. I think that at some point you're going to start having to start giving up some of these guys, especially Domantas Sabonis for, you know, Sabonis. I don't know how much longer Zach LaVine stays in Sacramento. I don't even know how much longer DeMar DeRozan stays in Sacramento. But you firing your coach midseason, giving up De'Aaron Fox, yikes. The last team on the weird spectrum is the Chicago Bulls, because I have no clue what you're doing. Incoming is Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and a 2025 first-round pick, their own via San Antonio. Outgoing is Zach LaVine and the 2025 second-round pick. What are you doing with Vucevic? What are you doing with Kobe White? Why did you pick up Trey Jones? Why is Kevin Huerter there? You have 6 point guards? Why do you have so many guards? I mean, dog. Lonzo Ball, Matas, this should really be his team. I didn't even know you had Taylor Horton Tucker. You have Ayo Dosunmu. You have Josh Giddey. You brought in Trey Jones. You have Kevin Huerter. You still have Nikola Vucevic. Why? I have no clue. This team's very young, but very, like what? Lonzo Ball still there. I know he's just coming off injury, but still, he's doing a lot better, and I think he'd do a lot better on a different team. But man, this they are definitely in with them giving up Zach LaVine. I think that they're definitely into the Cooper Flag sweepstakes. So yeah, there's some youth, there's some vets, but I don't know how far this team goes, and we just got to see. I got no clue. But having 6 point guards is crazy. Let me see if I can find all of them. Lonzo Ball, Javon Carter's a 2 guard. Ayo Dosunmu is a point guard. Josh Giddey's a shooting guard. Taylor Horton Tucker is a shooting guard. Then Kevin Huerter is a shooting guard. Then you brought in Trey Jones. He's a point guard. Then Dalen Terry, he's still on your team. Kobe White is still on your team. Why do you have so many guards? What's with all the guards? What's with Nikola Vucevic? I don't know. It's just you're bringing in. I don't even know if it's cost cutting, but I don't know. We'll see in the near future. That's it, guys. Sorry for sticking around. Sorry for making this 2 videos, because I didn't intend to at first. But yeah, that's the good, bad, ugly, meh, and weird. You're weird on the 2025 NBA trade deadline. This is Jav in Canada signing off. But legend.